As it is TV.
Yeah, Haile, what was you just saying, man?
Yeah, but I was saying about the neighbours, you get what I'm saying? Like, complaining, true, say their houses are going down. But it's cool, innit? Because when we come in here, this was 3.2, this was 4.2 million. We've been here, what, a month, and it's gone down to like 2.9, so...
So what made you have to come to squatting? I mean, resort to this, man?
I don't think it's fair that there are countless homeless people and there are houses all around the UK, derelict houses. You know that there's enough houses, derelict houses in the UK to home every single homeless person in England tenfold. But the reason the government won't do it is because as soon as you get everyone with their own house, property market crashes. It's all about money. So I'm here in a bit of a protest, to be fair, saying, no, I don't need to pay my rent, don't need to pay mortgage, don't have to do this, don't have to do that to survive.
Well, actually, I was talking to Haile and he said that apparently that the neighbours, they've been okay, but recently they've just come up now saying that they're losing value on their houses. Have you heard that as well?
Every week they lose £1, £1.50 off their property and off their land. Okay. And like, yeah, they're not happy about it, but such is life, innit?
But this premises don't actually belong to anyone
It belongs
particular.
to the Royal Bank of Scotland. Yeah, it's them who own the prices, you get me? It's the banks that say how much your mortgage is, so it's them who say how much it is. So, it's the banks who's come together and said, in order to make the whole community against these squatters, which have a very big interest, because everyone's got vested interest in this property.
Because we're here, it makes the other properties lose the value, but we can get enough hype here, like the BBC and this and this and Mike Wiley and all of that, right? We can raise the value of properties in the area because of all the attention.
Is this the first time that you've actually squatted?
This is the first time I've squatted in Bristol. I was just in London squatting, being a caretaker for the Magistrates Court for Occupy.
Okay, so what made you do this?
I guess I just listened to myself and I had a dream about one of my friends that are in there. And it said to come to Bristol and experience what's here, and I followed it. And I'm really happy I did. Yeah? This is the first time I've ever experienced something like this before, and it's beautiful.
When you say like this, do you mean...
I've never been to a celebration like this.
Okay, so by squatting and coming to something like this, you've met people?
I've met
of different cultures?
Of different cultures, of different mentalities, of it's really brought people together in this home, even the people that don't get along with each other. We're still family. Like, we still look after each other and we still care about each other. And
so what do you feel that you're achieving by doing this?
I'm here because I want to be more conscious of how I live my everyday life, where I get my food from, who the people are around me, who I am, and I don't know why other people do it, but that's why I'm here to do it. I go out every day, and my struggle is to get myself a warm place to sleep, food, to have good company, and just living, just being alive is its own struggle, you know?
Okay.
We want to make a point to the government and to the council and all these liquidisers and owners that they can't leave buildings like this to rot, right? Because we'll move in and we'll make it our home.
The skeletons of buildings that are left behind for no reason, is ridiculous. Why do we keep building places and people don't have places to sleep at night? It's absurd. I don't understand.
The place isn't trashed. I mean, the common misconception of a squatter is someone who moves into a building, trashes the place, scraps it for everything, and fucks off again. Excuse my language.
No, that's fine. And that isn't what I've been seeing here. I mean,
Let's face it, this mansion is the most famous squat in England at the moment, right? And we want to make a point that we're just human. We're just trying to live, right? We're not here to trash the place. If anything, someone did break something. It was something really minor. I can't remember what it was. But someone did break something, and we threw them out. We said, "Get out! You're not welcome back." We properly respect this place.
so you are having a sense of order in here. It's not just any and anyone just coming in for the sake of squatting. There's a sense of order.
We are caretakers. We are the caretakers of this property.
I have seen what I have seen in the last few days in this house. Many of the daughters them have seen it too. Chaos, and you don't know where it's coming from. But it's coming. You know? Left, right, and it's coming, and you wonder what's happening. People gone crazy, people gone mad. If nobody no gone mad, nobody no gone crazy. It just how things was at that moment. That's why sometimes we have to cooperate with our life is at the moment. Because if you fall today, and this minute, the next minute is to what? It's to rise. So if you fall, don't feel too much pain. Because you will rise, you know? When you rise, it's better to feel pain. Because you know you're going to fall. You understand? Yes, when you're standing like this now, you start to fret. Because from standing, you will fall. But from falling, no need to fret. Just what? Just rise up. It's so it go. There's no more baby creep, and then what does he do? He walk after. He don't walk and then creep. He creep and then walk after. And then after him start to run. And then he realize I don't have to run, I can walk. And he start to walk. Otherwise you'll be running every day. Because you can run. But your sense tells you, why run? Where am I running to? Where am I running from? And you just walk and go about your business. And that is the calm of life. So what life gives you, take it full hold. And overstand it and deal with it. You know, see it? If it's hot, deal with it. If it's cold, deal with it. Because it's yours. It's what he gives you. Take that. Deal with it. It's yours. It's what he gives you. You can't do no more. Alright. You know? Give it back forward again, my lord. So we give thanks to Haile our strong. And this time that we are moving through, Empress was all tight, you know? As we said, it's a tribulation upon tribulation. We are in the mansion, and we're giving Isis to be in the mansion still, you know? And we hope and pray that God will find a way that he can make the whoever own the building pass it down to the youth them, especially the youth them under 35, you know? We're getting a whole fight and unnecessary curse right now. They need somewhere where they can be together and feel free, you know? Yeah, man. Most time I just here really just to guide them and just to be here. Let them can just see, I am here and I'm gone again. And I've told them any problem, they can call upon I and I. Because we are here. You know, see it? I want to see young people them move on forward, you know? Yes, man. So it's a blessing, you know? You can see the cameraman come in now, take a clip and hope we can strengthen some people to get active, you know? We say it already and we say it again, you know? Revolution is freedom. You want food because you're hungry, you're not going to sit down there and die for hunger, brother. You're going to go out and look food, innit? And feed yourself and feel nice. No clothes to wear and it's cold out there, you're going to go and look a coat. So, you have no shelter, what do? You go out and look a shelter. So I'm proud of the item, I'm proud of the system. You don't wait for council to give you a place to live in. You went out and find a place to live. You don't wait for a man to give you a pair of shoes, you go out and find it. So you be yourself, you be free. That is how they want it, you know. Every man's supposed to be free. So I was on the council and the Bank of Scotland will find it in their heart, you know. Find it in their heart to say, all right, boom, I'm going to go and hold that, because I have plenty. You know, and I say them have one. That's why we say care and share.
I spoke to another guy and he said that the estate agents offered them money and like in the sum of like 10 grand, and he said it was like an insult really. He wouldn't be interested in that because that is not what the point is. But then he said if they were still offering 50 grand, you'd take the 50 grand and still go and squat in another place.
Yeah.
Do you feel the same?
Yeah, like, this is not about money. It's not that I can't go out and get a job. Well, here I can. I'm American. American, so I can't get a job here. But it's not like I can't go home and get a job and have a rented apartment. It's not what it's about. It's about what's taken the forgotten things in the world and showing people that they could be useful and that you could do wonderful things with it.
One of the comments I had on YouTube was, if this was their house, they would get Rottweilers to come in and make sure you guys come out. But if I'm to believe, this property doesn't actually belong to a person?
No, it belongs to Royal Bank of Scotland. It was liquidised years ago when the last resident went bankrupt, I believe. So it was liquidised, and basically it's owned by shareholders. It's not actually owned by one person.
So how would you feel, say it was owned by somebody, would you have taken the same action?
I think, see, that's a difficult question, because if it was owned by someone and they'd left it to rot, right, then all we're doing is we're making use of a building. That's all it is at the end of the day. It's a building. This building isn't any different to a little room in the back of a pub where squatters go. Right? It's just bigger. That's all it is. It's still a building. It's still bricks and mortar.
Okay, so it doesn't matter if somebody owned it or not, from it's derelict or empty, you feel you have the right to come in.
If they're going to leave it, right, why shouldn't homeless people and people who can make use of it do it? I'm not talking about going in there and just going to them and telling them to go away, to be quite honest. I mean, if the owner, everyone in this house has said, if all the liquidisers, all the shareholders, I should say they want us out, we'll leave. We're not going to put up any fight.
Okay. So there was something else I heard, I don't know if it's true, that that they've offered some of you money? Or is this all lies?
No, they offered us money.
Yeah?
Yeah. When the estate agent first came in, or tried kicking down the door, which, may I add, ladies and gentlemen, grade listed 2 building, it's illegal for them to damage it, and the estate agent tried to kick the door down. Right? He said, "Oh, what do you do squatters want?" And we were like, "Look, mate, this is a derelict building with Section 60." And they went, "What do you want to get out of the mansion? Money?" He offered us money, bribery, if you will.
Yeah? Well, I heard the figure of £10,000 each.
Something like that,
What, someone's had that?
No,
Or
it was
was offered that? Something like that?
It was something like that,
But surely, if you'd all been given say if like 8-9 of you accepted £10,000 each, you could have taken that and gone and got a nice building and owned it and all live in there.
Yeah, but that's not so much fun, is it? In all fairness.
So there's a fun element to this as well then?
Yeah, of course there is.
Alright, because that's what some people would find to understand, you know, the fun side of it. If they're saying you're homeless, if you're saying you're homeless and there's an empty building and then somebody's offering you money to find premises that you could go and live in, some people would take that.
Well, to be honest with you, it's nice, nice offer, but it's just giving in, and to be honest, it's giving in to them. As soon as they come to you and go, "We'll give you 10 grand to do this," your 10 grand is going to go back into the system.
Right. Well, suppose they came and offered you all 50 grand.
If they offered me 50 grand, I'd be out of here like that.
Yeah. So it's all
They're
down
not
to
gonna
money.
do that.
I mean, because at the end of the day, it's about how much. Everyone has a price then.
It's not even that. It's just that if they offered us 50 grand each to get out of this building, then we'd be like, "Yeah, sure, we'd take it." But then we'd go and take a bigger building. We wouldn't stop squatting. We'd just go somewhere else.
So basically,
with the 50 grand.
It's about making a point of
Pretty much,
the
yeah.
empty buildings that's around the country.
Yeah, that is it in a nutshell.
As it is TV.